All right, so here we are, one day late, but better late than never, I guess. So I want to put something here. And what I was thinking was I did think about the a plate, like my sister Rach. But then I kind of feel like I've already got a ceramic plate further down. And then I thought I've got my quirky cheetah. I'd quite like to do, you know, the flying ducks from like the 50s, how they had the 3 ceramic flying ducks. Now, I don't think I can fit 3, but I thought I'd have 1 flying duck. So, these are very light, you can't really see, probably. But I've sketched out a duck shape. I've had a look at a few of the old ceramic ones on, that wing could be better, on Pinterest. And what I thought I'd do is I'd make my flying duck out of fabrics. So it's not going to be like my cheetah where I did lots and lots of thread painting. But I thought I'd do some different fabrics. And I pulled, that'll be the beak. I'm thinking of doing a separate neck to a head. And then the wings with this fabric. Most of these fabrics, I think all except the green one I got from the sewing basket. So I thought, look, they're nice sort of bright tones. They'll go along well with my piece. The first thing is I need to get the duck shape. Actually, do I want a different color head? I don't know. Let's work it out. And I'm going to stitch them down onto this. So I am completely winging it here. Let's just cut out a piece that's big enough. So if I come over to about there, let's just tear. There we go. Okay. There's my duck. This will be the body in the red. Okay, so I like the shape I got there. Can I replicate it? Let's see. What I could do is I could get a piece of paper. Now you can't see through that. I'm going to be back in 1 sec. Just wait 1 sec. I've got an idea. All right, so what I'm going to do, I've gathered a few red fabrics. And I'm going to try and channel my inner Mandy Patullo. I probably don't have an inner Mandy Patullo, but I love the way she does her birds. And she puts pieces together and then she stitches. So what I'm doing, I've ripped up the fabric that I had. And I am just cutting bits and pieces out of the fabric. And I'm going to just stitch it all down. So for example, not a great shape. So just what I do is I'm just going to keep trimming and cutting until I feel like I've got the shape I need. So there's going to be lots of bits and pieces everywhere. I probably need, let me see if I've got a plate nearby. Yep. Just a plate for some scraps, because I'm going to have scraps everywhere. And I'll keep cutting these bits to fit my bird. Okay, can you see how I'm starting to get the shape? And then what I'll be doing is I'll be just stitching all these bits down. And what I pulled out from this fabric is the more mustardy colours, because I thought I might do the head in more mustard kind of colours. Too big. I don't need it to be one piece. Okay. Sort of, I'm getting the shape. Okay. So let's get some more red on the body. I'm trying to visualize the shape a little bit. I don't want so much red. Okay, we need another little piece of mustard. It's only a little bit. It might look a bit weird, but once the stitching's on it, it will look better. So let's just I've got a couple more bits to cover, like the tail. Okay, I did get some other bits. Let me just finish this first. Looks weird, I know. It'll be all right. It'll come together. I just got a little bit there to fill in. Just that little bit of tail. Actually, do I have a scrap I can use already? I think so. Okay, so that will all get stitched. Stitching all over it. I was just seeing if I want to add any other, like I could add a bit of lighter red for the tummy. This is a really old piece of feed sack fabric. I'm pretty sure that was it was a cushion. And I always keep my small scraps because I can use them. I actually really like that bit there. The wing's going to come on top. I'm feeling like I don't need that for the moment. Let's put that to the side. Now where's my wing fabric? Here. Let's try and get the shape of the wing. And then I'll pin all this down and then it all gets stitched. Okay, we'll start with this piece. Okay. And there's my first piece. Might seem a bit wacky, but I'm just trying some different ideas to see what we can come up with. There's a bit of wing. I'm just using the scraps, they come in handy. Okay, and I'll keep, I don't even want that one over the top. The feathers coming underneath. We'll see. Anyway, I'll keep cutting that. Got lots of, and then this one here, I don't want it to blend in too much and just have a think about that one. Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's have a look at the, I might not, unless I do two different wings, like the back side of the wing's green and underside is the blues. Let's get his little beak. Keep trimming till I get the shape I like. He's a quirky duck, isn't he? I hope this works. It's an experiment. And then I will need a lighter colour for his eye. So I've just cut out a piece of, it's almost white. In terms of stitching, what I think I'll do is I'll get some stranded cottons or perlé cottons that kind of go along with the fabrics, and I'll stitch on them to try and give him some texture. I'll get Mandy's book in a minute and I'll show you. Just need that little bit of blue off the bottom. I'll show you where the inspiration idea comes from. I'm sure lots of you have got her book. I've always wanted to attempt to stitch a bird like from her book, but a flying duck might not have been the thing I was originally thinking of. Okay, I'm going to pause and I'll get her book and then I'll show you. All right, so this is her book. This is Textiles Transform, Mandy Patullo. Bit of dust on there. This is the kind of bird I was wanting to try. The bits of fabric are more scrappy. I might need to make mine a bit more scrappy. But let's just have a look. Where's the bird? Oh, look. They would have been perfect. I could have done them. But anyway, we did a cheater. Where is the bird? Where is the bird? Here's the bird. Here's the bird. Sorry, it's glossy pages. Anyway, lots of little scraps there. So the other book that's really good is Textile Collage. I have a feeling this one is hard to find at the moment. Don't know if they'll put it into reprint. Is that that looks like some people I follow on Instagram. But I love the way she does the animals with scrap. I did something that was my idea. I did, like, not my idea, but where I got my idea for my rainforest. And you can see she uses the tiniest pieces of scrap. So I need to get a bit more scrappy with my bird. Stunning. She does the most beautiful work. Anyway, this is not scrappy enough. So I might have to dive more into my little tiny scraps and make it more collagey, I think. At the moment it's too uniform. But you get the idea of where I'm heading. I'm going to play around with scraps a bit more. I think I need to maybe have a different colour there, or like a different fabric, darker blue. Oh, maybe some of these would be good. Some of the Japanese ones. I've got scraps of these, that's for sure. That would look good with a bit of this. Okay, I'm going to play around with this. And what I'll do is next week, I'll be ready to stitch, or I will have started stitching, and I'll come back and show you. Anyway, the ideas are happening, evolving as we speak. So I hope you kind of get the concept. I do need to play around with my scraps more. I don't want big blocks like that. I want bits like Mandy does. And then I'll come back and show you when I'm done. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Okay, a little bit more progress. Here's my guy. Nothing's stitched yet. I've made him more scrappy. I've ripped up bits. I did the kind of Japanese fabrics behind, add a bit of that one on so they don't look like they're too disjointed. But eventually, and I gave him a green band. You know how they have the bands, they're normally white. This one's got green. So this is now to be stitched. I kind of think he looks cool. I think he's going to look good, hopefully. Anyway, this is going to be my flying duck. That will go up high. It's a pity I can't fit 3. But anyway, I think he's going to be fun. I'm going to just stitch all over him. Okay, so I'll show you that next week. I'll probably get on with a little bit of stitching in between and then come back and show you next week. Okay, thanks for watching this week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.